Well, good morning. Welcome to Opine Zen. I am Jan. That's Ollie. He's so cute, gosh. Anyway, I hope you're feeling well today. It's early. I want to talk about dignity. So, at times, I look around in the world and I see such ugliness, such meanness from people, unhappiness, really. And I think, wow, what can I do about that? Because I don't feel that way. I feel maybe it's my age, but I feel like I'm going in just the other direction, and it's like going against the tide. I mean, people are just short with each other, and um, just not open and willing to let people have their own ideas, their own beliefs, and leave it at that. People don't want to do it. They want to push their stuff onto you. So it came down to dignity, how important dignity is to live our life true to our core value, what feels right. And don't you know when you're doing something wrong that goes against what you want to be or to live like? You know it, and you can make all the excuses in the world. Well, that's just the way I am. Well, if they hadn't have done this, and you can just rationalize it all. But you know deep inside when you're doing that thing that isn't showing respect for yourself. And you can't laugh it away. To show yourself dignity because you matter, and that you also play a role in what everyone else is doing. So to show dignity to yourself, when you make a promise to someone, you want to keep your promise, don't you? And sometimes we can't, sometimes we don't. But how about the promise to yourself? Do you make promises to yourself? Do you say, okay, now tomorrow I'm going to, and then you don't do it? Or tomorrow I'm not going to, and you don't do it. You don't keep promises to yourself. This is not showing yourself respect. So a good way to start is to keep small promises. Don't bite off big chunks of a promise. Start little and keep your promise. That shows your self-respect and your dignity for who you are. Think about that for a minute. Show yourself dignity because you deserve it and you count and you do make a difference to all that ugliness out there. You make a difference. You, little old you, make a difference. But here we don't keep our promises. We don't come through. So let's begin by doing that. Show dignity to yourself, and you deserve it, and you deserve as much dignity as you give yourself. So take a minute. I have a quote here I want to share. Uh, this woman, I forgot all about, but I always admired her. Uh, Her name is is Angela Merkel. She was the first female chancellor of Germany. And during a lot of political stuff that was um, in the news, I mean, there still is, but she was always out there in the front. And in her country, they called her mom. Yeah, 'cause she always had this dignity about her. She always stood up for human dignity. And her quote is, "When it comes to human dignity, we cannot make compromises." So it starts with honesty with yourself. Are you living a dignified life? Are you living according to your core values? And I haven't always. And I still struggle with it because we have these desires, right? And it's hard because a lot of those desires are not what we should follow. But you want dignity, human dignity, and show it to yourself. So let's do a meditation on that so we can start changing the world one person at a time, one step at a time. Okay, so get comfortable. I believe that meditation, you take those few moments and you contemplate a little bit about something that you really believe in, and it can sink down inside of you, into your soul, into your spirit. Okay, so get comfortable. Take a breath. Relax your shoulders. Gaze downward or close your eyes. You may be ready just to close your eyes softly. Taking another breath. Dignity is about recognizing that you matter, and you do matter. Settle your body in a way that feels respectful and kind and supported by you. Take one easy breath and then another. Soften your shoulders. Soften your belly. Take one easy breath and then another. Relax your hands and your feet and your toes and your fingers. Allow your hips to settle in and your jaw to soften. Breathing in one easy breath and then another. You are worthy of care to the very end. And our dignity is living without hatred towards yourself and others, even when life is difficult. Treating yourself with kindness and respect. Breathe in a gentle breath and breathe out another. Soften the lips, the cheeks, the brows, the forehead. Smooths away of lines of worry. Breathing in, take one easy breath and then another. It takes quiet courage right now to be here as you are, unfinished, feeling, and alive. And say to yourself, I will not abandon myself. If tenderness, if that's what's needed, I allow it. And if weariness is present, I include it. Compassion begins right here, meeting your own experience without judging, without urgency, just feeling. Rest for a few breaths. Take one easy breath and then another. I don't stand here by force, and I don't always feel certain, but I'm going to stay here. Courage keeps me present, and compassion keeps me human. This is dignity, quiet, unannounced, still here. Let us check in to the values that we want to live by. The beliefs of what is real, what is kind. And may you meet each moment with courage that doesn't harden you, that you remain soft, that you do not turn away from the difficulties of life. And may you remain whole in whatever arises. And dignity is that strength we don't talk about, that quiet power of dignity. You can raise your head up high, not being above anyone or arrogant, but being honest with yourself. Staying dignified when everything feels fragile around us. Not pride, not strength, something deeper than that. Dignity lives when life breaks us open. It's still there, you know. It doesn't have anything to do with being strong. And it doesn't shout. It's very quiet. It's something very personal within us. And we carry it with us when our body is vulnerable, when we're ill, when we're sick. And so we keep our dignity when life changes everything. It's that quiet power within us to do what's right, to say what's right, to be what's right. Breathing in and breathing out. It touches something universal within us. It's unspoken, but it's felt. breathing in and breathing out. To live with dignity doesn't mean living without struggle or dependence or fear. It just is about remaining faithful to yourself, even when life is difficult. It's about speaking and acting from care rather than panic or resentment. It's about letting your worth remain intact, regardless of your health, your productivity, or your control. Letting your worth remain intact. It's about living with dignity, choosing how you meet your life, not demanding that life be easy, but how you meet your circumstance. It's the courage to stay present. It's about the resolve to continue without getting hard and nasty and mean. It's about the compassion to treat yourself and others as worthy, always. Breathing in and breathing out. Honoring your humanity and everyone else's. So towards the end of our lives, dignity at the end of our life is about belonging. It's not about bravery, belonging. At the end of our life, it says, even now I matter. And even now I am worthy of care. Even now. Breathing in and breathing out. Easy breath. And now, as we begin to close our meditation for today, living and dying with dignity doesn't mean being strong all the time. It means not abandoning yourself or others, even when things get hard. Dignity is staying human right to the end. Breathing in and breathing out. We will close our meditation for today. And slowly, with your eyes still closed, you can maybe move a little bit, your fingers, your toes, slowly as we return to where we began on this Sunday morning. And you may reopen your eyes if you'd like. Ollie's getting up, as you can see. He's so cute. Okay, dignity. So it's checking in with yourself, and every day. And are you living according to your values, and you're not making excuses. And you're doing the best you can every day. That's what it's about. Okay. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a great week. Whatever pops up, just one step in front of the other. So take care. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Write me if you'd like. Thank you. Bye.